Do you have tight hips? If so, let's get to the root cause of the problem. Coach Zach here, and this video is a guided assessment that will help you determine where the tightness and restriction in your hips is coming from. Because a lot of times, the symptoms comes in the hip region, but it could be coming from other areas of the body. This specific test is called the Thomas test, and it will identify whether it's your hip flexors, specifically your psoas, that's the culprit of the problem, or if it's your quads, specifically your rectus femoris, which is the only quad that attaches to your hips. So for this assessment, what you're going to need is you're going to need a massage table or maybe a bed or some kind of elevated platform that you can lay down but have your legs free to fall off. Let's bring on Coach Chris. So again, this doesn't have to be a specific massage table. You can do it on the edge of a bed, but you just want to have enough room for the legs to fall over so you can see what's tight and what's not. So you want to have who you're watching right up against it, so almost sitting on the edge of whatever you're using. And from here, you're just going to lay back, and you'll start with one leg. We'll bring this left knee in towards the chest. So you just use the arms, bring it in, and then you completely relax as much as you can this leg. And right off the bat, when you look at it, there's two things we want to look for, right? In Chris's case, if you take a look at his knee is not really flexing that much, right? It's not being able to bend. So what's his problem here? It's a tight rectus femoris, a tight quadricep. If his leg was able to bend here, then I would say that his quadricep is not contributing to these tight hips. Now let's say that Chris's hip was up here. Let's say that he couldn't bring this leg down. His leg, his thigh is not parallel with the table or the bed. Then that would be coming from his psoas, his hip flexors, right? In this case, it's not completely relaxed. You see how the leg falls, but his knee is not allowing to bend. It's staying relatively extended. So that would be his quadricep contributing to any tightness he feels in his hip region, as opposed to his psoas, his hip flexors. Thomas test, very simple. You look at the hip, you look at the knee, you see which one is able to be less restricted. In this case, it's his quadricep. So there you have it, an easy assessment that you can do on yourself or do on a friend to determine whether it's your hip flexors that are tight or if it's your quads. But the assessment is just the first step, right? Once you identify what it is, where do you go from there? You go down to the pinned comment down below for a 10-minute routine on how you can unlock your hips. We all have 10 minutes that we can take out of our day to work on our health, specifically our hips, because that's the root cause of so many problems. So check out that pinned comment, it can really help you out. As always, I'm Coach Zach, here with Coach Chris, and we'll see you next time. Yeah.